Good Monday morning, no, it's actually Monday afternoon, my family and friends. It's a Monday. I had an unexpected situation where hubby ended up having to go out of town a day early. I'm kind of bummed, but it is what it is. He's going to be gone for a week. So it's just me around the homestead. So I'm going to be doing some researching and things. And I had a blessing come to me last night. Really good friend loaned me a book that really touches deep to my soul. Um, she loaned me this baking book from the Nordic, which is Sweden, Norway, and Norwegian is in my heritage. So there is breads from Norway in this book. And the other amazing part of this book, which is really cool, it's from fresh milled grains. So this is a gem. And I am looking forward to try to make all the different types of breads in this book. I do have an azure order set up. I'm going to finish out getting the rest of the grains we need in this homestead. I'm looking to get my rye, einkorn, spelt. Still got to get that kamut. That's the only one that is a great substitute for pasta that my husband can actually eat and doesn't spike him. So kamut is one of the hardest. And then the last one would be spelt. I will probably do one more round of the hard red, white, and soft, and we should be okay on this homestead for grain. I see some things that are coming in our future, and well, I just would like to be prepared and have everything that I absolutely need. And in the process, I can learn to have foods from different countries. And I told you, I may live in Mississippi, but my heart and soul is in the Mediterranean. It definitely doesn't belong here in the for instance, we have about 3 to 5 mile run on a highway that goes through our town. The entire town is filled with fast food. When I go grocery shopping anymore, and since I started milling my own flour, I am really getting a really wide picture, a big picture of how much everything around us is surrounded by refined flour. I never really realized that till I go shopping. And so when I look at cereals, for instance, or you look at your bread sources, your pastries, your bakery, you look at your fried chicken, you look at your burgers, burgers have buns. And so everything is revolved around the enriched flour. And so it's no wonder we were so sick. And for me, it's my awakening. So I am really concentrating on getting all the wheat berries I can into our home to have a wide selection to be able to bake whatever I want whenever I want it. And it is proven to be working out for us. Now, unfortunately, my doctor, the one I told you we do not have such a great relationship with, has decided she's going to do a pop-up medical with me. It's now time to come see her with the 6-month checkup. And unfortunately, every 6 months I do have to see her because I need thyroid medicine. And without it, I can't live. So I got a catch-22 situation here. So I'm going to spend this week eating at my prime. I'm going to put away all that, well, maybe my little dark chocolate here and there stuff. I'm going to put it away. I do want to be able to prove a point. And my point, if anything else, is to me. I can eat healthier and I can enjoy it too. So tonight, actually, I've got a dish that we're going to be making with red snapper and a roasted red pepper sauce. I am going to be making a mango avocado salad to go alongside that red snapper. And for just another side, I am going to be taking some artichoke hearts, frying them up, and using it for garlic aioli. So this is going to be an interesting supper tonight, and I get to enjoy whatever I want. It's just me, and that's something I want to do. Now, I do have a project though, and I told you I was waiting for my composter. Huh, there it is. So we're going to put that together. That is an 80 gallon composter. I'm going to show you why I actually opted to getting this. For the past 4 years, I have been working on this compost bin that I created outside, and it's just not doing what I needed to do. So I broke down for like $89. I went and ordered an 80 gallon composter. Although I got to turn it myself, I want to see if this will work out better. So the first thing we're going to do, because I've got farm work to do before I can even cook in the kitchen, we're going to go put this composter together, and we're going to set it up, because we definitely got rain coming again, and I've got to get this farm in order. I have another frost coming, and if I'm not mistaken, our calculations is just about right. It is a week or two before Easter. And this always happens. So it's either that before or after. It always happens that way. So this may be our last frost. But I do got to get prepared for it, because I had tomato seedlings and all that, which I've been acclimating to the warm weather. Now they're all going to have to come inside. So I got to get all this going. So let's start with the composter. I'm going to show you one person. Can we put it together, or do I have to wait on my husband? Let's go find out. Okay, y'all, so it's kind of a windy day today, and we're not going to stay out here too much, but we do need to get this done. I wanted it as close as possible. Now, right here is where I've been keeping my compost, and I've been throwing things straight on the ground and everything like that, but it's not working out so well. So I invested into a composter. We're going to try to put this thing together. They claim no tools necessary, so let's see if this will work. Okay, I had to lift that up just a little bit, y'all. All right, so it seems pretty easy, actually. Just take these bands off of here. And it looks like it's just in 4 pieces. Oh, I got a free pair of gloves again. I like this. And the, oh wow, that is an awesome kind of gloves. These things have got hooks on them. That's different. I'll have to find out what that is. But anyways, my road covers came with a pair of garden gloves too, which was really cool. Okay, well this is, there we go. Alright, so this is our door, trap door at the bottom. And yep, we got instructions. Okay. Alright, well they're not kidding. This is like putting Lincoln logs together. Will this even hold? Lord, what have I done? Okay, so it looks like I need, let's see, are these labeled? No. Okay. I'm imagining these are sides that'll go like this. Yep. Okay. That's the top and that's the front. Okay, I think I figured this out. Okay, well, with the wind, it's going to be a little bit impossible, so I'm going to have to resituate everything at the moment. Once I do that, we'll come back and work with you. Okay, y'all, so I have to lay it down on the ground. I don't know if you can see this, but yeah, we're laying this actually on the ground. So I'm going to try and bend this down so you can see it, because I can tell right now you can't. So let's get you started. There we go. Alright, so I took one side up. You really got to watch more of the lettering, because they don't have anything else as far as A, B, C, or D. You're just going to look at the, there. This is going to be an outside piece, so it just pops in here. And your little clicks. And that's it. It just clicks right up in here. And then we have the top here, which this is also where our door goes. So, alright, so this piece literally goes okay. So far so good. I mean, this is actually super easy. Just getting it lined up. Okay. And that's it. That's an 80-gallon. That's an 80-gallon composter. It's got to be better than what I have, y'all. So now this, I gotta figure out how this one goes now. I think I found it. Yep. All right, so there's tabs right here. This part here is like your door part of it. So you're gonna lift it up, slide it into the tabs, and when we go to use it, we just pull it up like this, and then we slide it right back down into place. So that would be that part of the composter. There is no bottom. Your bottom is your ground. And then the last piece would be, okay, right here is our lid. So this snaps, sorry y'all, this snaps right into place right here. I'm hoping you can see this. Let's see. Yeah, you can see it. Sorry y'all. It's hard for me to see because it's bright and sunny. So now I'm going to pop this into place because these have got holes designated to hold like a bin does. Okay, I got to figure out how to put that in there without breaking off my tabs. There's one. Definitely not a loose fit. It's pretty tight. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, that lid is the hardest part, to be honest with you, to put this together with it. It's not impossible, but it is harder because you got to slide these tabs in here just like you would have been, and it's not super easy. There's that one. Yeah, this one I'm going to be playing with for a bit. Hang on, y'all. Okay, I will be putting the link to this composter in the description box because a lot of you are liking some of the stuff that we are getting on the homestead and asking where we're getting it from. So I thought I'd go ahead and start giving you links. Should you get this composter though, I will tell you the easiest way to put this piece, the lid on here, is applying some pressure while you're trying to slip the tabs in. Other than that, this thing is on here. Hopefully it'll hold. I mean, this ain't nothing but that super simple put together, so we'll see what happens. But I'm going to eventually, probably tomorrow when it's a bit warmer, although we're going to drop down to freeze tonight, it's supposed to be a little warmer, so what I'll probably do is be cleaning this back side off. Let me show you here. Right there. This back side right here, I'll be cleaning this out and putting this in its place over there and filling this up with what we have remaining plus what I have in the house. So this compactor honestly is just this composter, I should say, going to be going right here, and I'm actually really happy to have this on the homestead. If this works out, we may invest in another one. So that's put together. Now we got other work to do. Okay, y'all, I gotta show you these funky gloves I told you. I call them funky because these are actually wild. I've never seen anything like this. So let me know in the description what these are good for. And they're attached. So the other one doesn't have that. This has these little digging, like, claws or something. So let me know what this is for. Is this for gardening? And if so, that would be pretty cool. But I have never seen this, so you all may have to help me if you have. I would really be appreciative. Sometimes I get some weird things that I don't know what it is, and I think it's cool, but... So I'm going to be the one embarrassingly ask you for your help. Help me. What is this? I can't wait to smile more, y'all. I really can't. I love to laugh. I love to smile. And I am now getting anxious. I really am getting anxious. So I can't wait. I love to be able to laugh with you. And yeah, so much. Anyways, back to work. It's Monday. With hubby gone off out of town, this is like, y'all, let me just tell you, I love the man. You know I do. But when he is home, it is really hard to put a homestead back together. It is really hard to clean it. So I'm kind of taking this opportunity to put the homestead back together. Right now, I'm going to go out there and get my laundry and put my bed back because I just washed the sheets and everything, and we're going to put the laundry away, and then I got to get outside and work on the homestead. We've got some of the row covers on the tree, and I'll show you what we've done on that one. It needs to be redone. The one so far holding, it's been quite windy here. I'm really impressed because, and I will show that to you, but the row covers that we covered over the raised beds that we showed you the other day we were preparing for, they're holding fantastically. I'm even going to show you the clips that we're using. So I got a lot to show you today before we get to cooking in here, because we're going to be working homestead plus kitchen today. I'm just going to spend a Monday with you. I get, with hubby gone and my person gone, I kind of just want to spend time with my family. So that's what we're going to do today. Okay, so I kind of unintentionally lied. I just kept hearing this old saying when I was doing the laundry, putting the bed back together and all, is why put off today what you, or put off tomorrow what you can do today. I took that as I was being spoken to. So we're putting the composting material in the composter right now. So I'm just going to show you a little bit what I'm doing. Like I said, we don't have a whole lot here. I'm just going to take what I do have. I took the kitchen scraps and I put it already in there at the bottom. And now I'm just taking the rest of this and just pouring it in here in the composter. We've got a lot of material still left. And a lot of this went into the raised beds that y'all are seeing. And I will be putting links of that in there too, in the description to the raised beds, because many of you asking about those from us too. So that's what I'm just fixing to do right now. We're just going to put all this in here, and then we will move on to the next part of the farm work, which I got to do feed for all the animals yet. Okay, y'all, so here is what we did with the hoops. We talked about putting row covers on top of our garden. Now this works out really good for us instead of plastic because it is breathable, yet it will hold off frost on our plants. Now would I put pepper and tomato out here? Absolutely not. But these row covers will work for, like the brassicas that we got out here, radishes, the baby things like that. I will have to take my basil and cover it up, but the clamps that we're using also look like this. They're little pinchers, real super easy, like a clothesline clamp. And we're finding that this works a lot better than the press-on plastic pieces we once had. So this is working really, really well with these raised beds, and we're kind of forming our own greenhouse. This is also going to, one other reason I bought it was because squash here is really, really hard in Mississippi with squash vine borers. And so this will help me keep those daggum bugs at bay, protecting our squash with the row covers. So that was another reason I did that. But hubby had helped me put this together just before he left, so I wanted to show this to you as well. Okay, so one more monstrosity he tried to help me with before going out of town this morning was to help cover this naking cherry tree. It had bloomed and it still has some. We're hoping to get some naking cherries this year. However, this thing went all messed up, so I have to redo it. I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, as y'all can see, we've got some pretty gnarly wind today, so we're going to have to put this thing back together or nothing is going to be kept from the frost in this poor little bush. So, I need to unclip everything again. And I've got it actually clipped within its own branch. And it's hard for one person to do this, but we're going to try it. And the wind does not help at this point. So what I'm just going to do is take clippings of sections and then come back around, fold them over like I'm doing here, come back and grab the clips that were here, which, yeah, where did those go? I think there's one right there. Now I'm not doing this too tight around here either. I'm just kind of wanting to make a bundle. Tuck that around there. Bring this piece over, wrap it around here at the bottom. And then bring this back piece over here too. I'll have to bring you around so you can see this back piece here. Alright, so we got this back piece back here. And I'm needing to bring it around, cover up these branches. So, I have to come back down here where my clip is, pull this apart, wrap it around like a skirt around this edge here, fold it over in place, and then find a branch down here to clip this to. And this right here, add that to it. And now we have sealed this off again. Hopefully it looks like it's going to hold up better against this wind, and we'll move on to the next project. Okay, y'all, so I have been showing you this greenhouse that hubby built, and it had been a while. We were debating what we were actually going to do with this, and I told him I'd like to try and keep it, and I'm going to show you inside of it. But this thing right here, that's what I want to concentrate showing on with you now. So we were trying to find ways to save money on water. And so my husband was getting these free barrels. We took shutters at the top of this, placed them on top, and created this system. And then here, which needs to be cleaned off right now, we had this screen. I don't know if you can see this, and it definitely needs to be cleaned out. So it's a screen system. Now, from here, he installed this little piece right here. We turn like a faucet, and we get free running water. So it's a 55-gallon drum that he did so cool, and I use this a lot. And with all the rain that we gather up, it stays full. It really does. So I thought I'd show this to you. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying to clean out this vent a little bit. It needs to be cleaned out and then replaced back over my screen here, because we got more rain coming and we need this. So forgive the puppies in the background hollering at me. But I wanted to show this to you. Now, let me take you inside of this greenhouse, if you can see just a little bit here, what we got going on. Okay, so all of those seedlings that we had planted in the house, I had been bringing them out here to acclimate to the weather. I'm trying to move this so that you all can see. We're trying to acclimate this to the weather. This was the safest place I could think of. I've been leaving them out here. They've been working with various shade, sun, temperatures, warm, slightly cool, but we're about to have a frost. So all of these planters are now going to have to come inside the house so we don't lose them. I might be able to keep them out here, and the frost will definitely stay off of them, but they are not used to temps that cold. So all of these are coming inside. We have our eggplants in here, our tomatoes, we have peppers, which, no, the peppers are inside. So these are basically all our tomatoes and all our eggplants. And we don't want to lose anything. So I'm going to be grabbing all 3 trays, and I'm going to be bringing them in and putting them on the shelf. But I thought I'd let you know that I do have a greenhouse. I'm going to be working with this a little more. I'm going to fix it up. It's just a small little house, but it works so well. So this is my next step. I got to grab each planter and bring it in the house. Okay, y'all. So all the plants are inside. They're ready to be nice, toasty, and warm while the cold outside does its thing. This is not going to last forever. It's just going to be a little bit. In the meantime, I'll show you this over here as well, how we have all of our peppers in here, and some I'm still waiting for, like my Alapo peppers, some more Jamaican sorrels, and we have some little cherry tomato plants now we're doing. So thought I'd let you know these are growing just really, really good as well, and we're just waiting to get these planted. So now it's kitchen time, because I'm actually hungry. I've got to go outside, finish doing my farm work, feeding all of the birds, and then we'll come in and start in the kitchen. Okay, y'all, so we are now in the kitchen, and I'm actually hungry, so we're fixing to make me something to eat. I'm actually going more on the Spanish side tonight. So, and instead of using cod in my dish, I'm going to be using red snapper fillets on a red pepper, roasted red pepper sauce. And then I am also on the side going to have an avocado mango salad and some breaded artichoke, what do you call those? Artichoke hearts with lemon garlic aioli sauce. A lot of this recipe came from Spoon on a Fork, and he has some amazing food, so I can't wait to try this. So let's go to the kitchen. Okay, y'all, so we're going to start with our salad first. I'm going to take 1 avocado, and we're going to cut it in half and cut this up in chunks. Cut this down here. Slice it like so. This one here is rather soft, so I'm going to have to cut them up anyways. And I figured, why not use them with this salad here? That might not be as beautiful as this one I saw, because, well, you can either get these one or two ways. Exceptionally soft or really, really hard these days. So I'll take what I can get, though. So I'm just going to scoop out my avocado. Just like so. And next we're going to cube up a mango. So I am going to actually cut off the ends of my mango, and then I am going to peel it. Get my peeler here. Peel this baby just like so. Now I am actually going to change this recipe up a little bit. It calls for 1 jalapeno, but I'm not going to use that. I'm actually going to sprinkle some jalapeno pepper in mine. It's just what I prefer to do. So now I'm going to take my mango, slice it down here around the seed. Let's see, I'm cutting too close to the seed here. There we go. Now I'm going to take these pieces here, and I'm just going to chop them up just like so. I'm going to go ahead and finish chopping this up, and we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so now we've got our mango cut up. We have our avocado chopped up. Now we're going to need about 10 cherry tomatoes cut in half. Again, this is based on your preference and how much you really want to add to that. This is the kind of salad that goes really good with fish. If you think about your Baja tacos or fish tacos and mango pineapple salsas, and this salad just seemed like a really good Mediterranean salad to go with it. I'm just going to chop up a few of these. And like I said, I'm going to go without using jalapenos in this. You can add it if you like. And as always, you know I'm going to add the recipes in the description box below. Unless it's something super, super simple that you can actually write it down. I think that's good enough. Okay, so our next ingredients is some slivered almonds, and I'm going to get some of those and sprinkle that in here. So I was actually in luck and had some where I don't actually have to sliver them myself. So I just get to sprinkle just a small handful of almonds in here. Yes, I cheated, y'all. Now I need 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a tablespoon of lemon juice. Now it calls for a teaspoon of brown sugar. I am not adding that. You are welcome to if you want to. And then some salt and pepper, and we're going to toss this bad boy up. So let me get my measuring cup, my spoons. Give me a nice lemon right here. I need to find my other ones. So I'm going to use a tablespoon of olive oil. Like so. Roll my lemon, just release the juices from it. Cut it in half, get my juicer. And squeeze about a tablespoon of lemon juice in here as well. Just like so. Now I'm going to reserve the rest of this for my fish. So I'm going to find me a dish to put that in right there. That works. Put that in there. And we're going to add some salt and some pepper. And this is to taste. And I'm using Himalayan like always. And now we are going to mix this up. I'm also going to put in the description box below a link where you can get this simply utensils for your kitchen. If you are interested in this, I highly would recommend this. And the company has agreed that I can add a discount code for y'all, and you can get 10% off as well. So I will have these in there. I will have the raised beds. I will have the composter, all that in there for y'all. So you can start enjoying some of this if you wanted to as well. Now, we're going to give this a taste test because we're going to end up putting this in the refrigerator while we work on our fish. So let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing, the major component, jalapeno pepper. And I don't need a whole lot, just a little bit goes a long way. Because jalapeno pepper does have a kick to it, but it don't last long. And it goes well even in place of jalapenos, really. Now let's give this bad boy a try. Alright, I've never had this, y'all, so we're going to give this a quick try before we put it in the refrigerator. Okay, to me, the flavor balance in that salad was so really good. It had enough sweetness just from the mango, so I don't really see the need to be adding brown sugar. But if you want it sweeter, you can actually add the teaspoon of brown sugar to it. If you wanted it more spicy, you can actually add an entire jalapeno, seeds and all. So, preference up to you. I omitted it. Now we're going to move on to the fish. Alright, y'all, we're going to start with, first off, our red pepper. Roasted red pepper sauce. So we're going to take a couple tablespoons of olive oil, bring this up to heat, and then we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. This is a really simple one as well. And then the last of it we're going to do, I think I'm going to just bypass undoing the artichoke pieces, but I think between the fish, the sauce, and the salad, that'll be good enough for my supper tonight. So we'll go ahead and do this. While I'm waiting for this, I'm going to have to mill up some flour. So I'm going to be milling up some soft white wheat because I'm going to use that to bread my fish. So while I'm milling up flour, or while I'm waiting for this, I'm going to mill up some flour and get this ready. Perfect. The oil is heated, our flour is made. So now at this point, we're going to be adding our aromatics of our onions to this pan. And some of our garlic. These Simply tools are very gentle on these pans, what I've needed them to be. And they're sturdy at the same time. They're really not flimsy. That's why I love it so much. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and add our tomatoes to this. Now the recipe calls for 2 tablespoons of olive oil, a small onion chopped, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 tomato. I used about a half to a quarter. I am cooking for 1 here, so, and I'm going to have leftovers. And then it said 4 jars of roasted red pepper. I'm only going to use half of a jar of 1 jar. I'm breaking this down for 1, so you'll see that from me. And then I'm going to use, the recipe says 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and then salt and pepper to taste. So I'm going to heat this up all the way through first. Then I'm going to use some of the smoked paprika here. And I'm going to just sprinkle some because I'm not using a full recipe. Oops. Well, I reckon I did. Next time I'll just use the teaspoons. I like those things, but they can be a bit... Oh, it smells really good. And we're going to use some salt and pepper to taste. What we're just doing now is just bringing these flavors together, heating this up for just a few minutes or so. Soften up all of our vegetables. Just like this. So I'm going to come back once these onions are translucent, and we'll be showing you the next step to make this into sauce. Okay, y'all, so right now we have our onions soft, and we're just going to turn this, I've got the heat turned off, and we're going to let this cool off for just a little bit, not long, maybe about 5 minutes or so, just enough that we can put this through an emulsion blender. So, and I'll be adding it to this container to do that. So, once I get these cooled off, we will come back and we will blend this up. Okay, y'all, so this cooled off just a tad bit, just a little bit, not too much. And we're going to set this aside afterwards. We're going to add this into a deep container because I'm now going to emulsify this into a liquid form. So, once you get this together, I'm going to show you how we're going to finish off the rest of our sauce and what it should look like once it is finished. So, and I won't let you hear this all the whole time because it can get loud, but we're just going to take it now and just mix it. Once I get this mixed, we'll be right back. Okay, y'all, so here is our roasted pepper sauce. It should look just like this. Kind of thick, but not too thick. So this makes a beautiful sauce. Hang on just a moment. Okay, y'all, I'm going to give you, oh Lord have mercy, I'm going to give y'all a quick little snack. I did decide to go ahead and do my quartered artichokes. So I am using a can of quartered artichoke hearts. I take them and dampen them off in a paper towel. Make sure I get all the liquid out of them. Just, you want to be gentle with them now. So this is what they look like. They're just quartered pieces. And then I am rolling these in flour. I am using fresh milled flour. Then I dump them, dip them into my egg wash, which is nothing but egg, salt, pepper, and some parsley mixed with it. My flour has some sweet paprika. And then the final step after that is dipping them and dredging them in breadcrumbs. These are not your ordinary breadcrumbs, however. These are breadcrumbs that were toasted, dried from a loaf of bread that I did from fresh milled flour. So this kicked this flavor balance of these little things up to a serious high level. So I figured I'd go ahead and show you right quick how these go. And you're going to cook them for about 2 minutes on each side. I'm frying them up in a kind of a medium grade olive oil. So I'm just going to finish these last bits off. And I figured I'd go ahead and show you this. These would be a great little snack for football games or having barbecues over. Anything, or just a regular snack at dinner time or after dinner, later in the day, whatever, even for lunch. So I'm just going to make the garlic aioli after I get my fish done. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what these look like. They're just decently fried artichoke hearts, and the taste is unbelievable. So just take them just like so. Once they're golden on one side, flip them over. And then golden on that side, and they're finished. So these are done, and now I'm going to go ahead and get to my fish. Okay, y'all, so in the same pan that we were taking and sauteing up our vegetables, for the roasted pepper sauce, I'm going to take and go ahead and heat this up because we're going to pan fry our fish. First, I'm going to take our fish fillets and I'm going to dry them off with a paper towel. Then I'm going to flip them over, make sure skin side down, and I am going to season them with salt and pepper. Now I do have two I'm going to do this with. And now I'm going to take and dredge this into my flour. Again, this is not store-bought flour. This is fresh milled. I use soft white wheat, almost like an all-purpose flour. I don't have any store-bought flour left in this house, and I did that on purpose so I would have to get into the practice to just milling. I don't want to get to the convenience anymore. I want to be able to know that if I need flour, okay, mill it. And that's where I'm at so far. I'm doing good with that. And then we're going to come over here with our second piece. Do the same thing with it. Season it with salt and pepper. Then I will dredge it in flour. As soon as this oil is hot, we'll put that piece in the frying pan. And I'm going to put this skin side down. Shake off my... just like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and dredge this one in flour. I'm trying not to make this video last too long with y'all. And then we're going to do the same thing, and we're going to pan fry these until they are cooked all the way through. Now, again, this recipe, they used cod. I'm not using a cod. I am actually using red snapper on this one. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead, cook these up here, and we will be right back. Okay, y'all, so while my fish is cooking here, I'm going to go ahead and really quick make up a batch of garlic aioli. Now, the recipe is going to be much bigger than what I am using, but it says for a half a cup of mayonnaise, 1 whole clove of garlic. I've got my mayonnaise. I'm just now putting my garlic in my bowl. Get these pieces off of here. Okay, and then I need a half of zest of lemon. I'm just going to add a little bit of lemon juice. Then we're going to need a tablespoon of olive oil. And then some salt and pepper. If I knew where my zester was, I would zest some lemon right now. And I can't seem to find my zester at the moment. So, just going to put in some salt and pepper. Mix this up. And that's as simple as that, y'all. Garlic aioli. Go ahead and taste that. Ooh. Okay, so now I got to try that with the artichokes. Oh my goodness. Mix that with a piece of that artichoke, y'all. Hold on. amazing. Absolutely amazing. I may be alone, y'all, but I'm not going deprived. I may eat alone, but I'm going to make sure I eat well. So, and I love flavor, you know that. So I'm going to turn this fish over, finish cooking our fish, and then when I come back, I'm going to plate up my meal, and we will show you the final results. And that's a wrap for me, y'all. This is my red snapper and roasted garlic, or roasted bell pepper sauce. Oh my gosh, it's so good too. This is our garlic aioli with breaded artichoke hearts, and then our mango avocado salad to go with it. We went a little bit towards Spain this evening, so now I'm just going to go kick back. I'm going to read my Nordic book about bread making and enjoy this beautiful Mediterranean lovely meal from Spain. Until next time, much love to each and every one of you from Parton's Heritage Homestead.